Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today we're going to be talking about the auction house, which is an added extra they put into this game, which was sort of requested over the last few years. So we're basically going to get into this and explain what goes on. And unfortunately some of it is positive and some of it is negative. So without further ado, let's get it on, shall we? So as you can see on the screen, there is a list on the left hand side that basically gives you all the cars that are coming up for sale. You don't have to buy them all, you can skip. Now I'm showing you this in sandbox mode, so I have an unlimited amount of money. Obviously if you're going to do this in the actual like normal story mode, it's going to take you a little bit of time before you can actually bid on cars, before you can make any sort of money on them at all. Now, basically it gives you an overall state of a 5-star rating. This basically means of how many parts are going to need to be replaced before you go into basically the amount of money you're going to have to spend on these cars. The starting price is determined by whatever the car is worth, by the overall state, and what the actual car actually is. The downside is you're bidding against the CPU, so as soon as you hit that bid button, the computer goes crazy and it just starts going really up against you. And I'll show you an example of it right now. So this is a Bolt Chapman F Mill. I want this car because it's cheap and I could probably work on it quite high. So I'm starting to bid on it now. Here we go, and I'm bidding. As you can see, the computer is just cutting me off every couple of seconds. So being able to make money from this car, I mean, it'll probably sell for about 20, maybe 25,000. And I'm looking at maybe spending 10 to 12,000 on the car, maybe another 10 grand in parts. I'm not going to make a lot of money from this. It's actually best, weirdly, not to buy cars from the auction. I mean, there are several cars you can buy from the auction that you won't get within the game itself, which is not a bad thing if you're collecting cars. The downside to this is that if you're not collecting cars, you're just here to make the money and basically build your garage up and so on and so forth. It's a little bit of a redundant feature, and unfortunately a lot of people probably won't use this over the fact that some of them will. If you're a collector, use the auction house. If you're not a collector, carry on going down the barn finds and the junkyards and basically going around and fixing people's cars, and you'll be perfectly happy without this feature in your life. All in all, the auction house itself isn't that bad. As said, unique cars, some of them are beat up, but the CPU does push you to the point that you don't really want to go up against it, and you're just going to go about your business in the junkyard and basically do up the cars that you really want to favour. So the only reason why I bid on this car is because I have practically an unlimited amount of money. So the car value itself, as you can see in the top right hand corner, is $23,176. I just paid $24,000 for it because I just really like the car. Now I could do whatever I like to add it to my collection and be happy. Now, or I could have gone to a barn find, found it, and then just redid the whole car itself and probably made a couple of grand on it myself. And that's the downside to the auction house. Basically it will push you to a point where it's near the amount of money you're actually going to want to spend on it, and you probably won't want to buy it anyway, so you can find it elsewhere. So this has been Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. If you have liked it, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates, and I will see you all in another video. And until then, peace out, have fun and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye bye.